What is good, Knicks Nation? Welcome back to Knicks Media. This is Richie, and in this video, we're breaking down that New York Knicks W on the road in Golden State. The Knicks win their fourth in a row. Deuce McBride has a career night in Golden State, a career high 29 points, a career high 6 3-pointers. Tom Thibodeau goes to Deuce in the starting lineup with, unfortunately, OG Anunoby getting hurt and not playing tonight. He is back in New York because they are checking out his elbow that got surgically repaired. But even without OG tonight, the Knicks were able to get the job done yet again. And it's because of Deuce and, of course, of Jalen Brunson getting yet another big-time performance. Josh Hart, another triple-double from Josh Hart. I'm super excited to break down this game, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get straight into business. Hit that like button if you guys are pumped up for this Knicks game because they win 119-112. It wasn't easy. The Warriors fought and clawed their way all the way back. But in the end, the Knicks were able to get the job done, and they are now on a 4-game win streak. The Knicks are scorching hot. Jalen Brunson, 34 points, 7 assists, 5 rebounds for Jalen Brunson. Of course, Josh Hart with another triple-double. Did not have a good night shooting the ball. Josh Hart was 5 of 18. But he had a triple-double, 10 points, 11 dimes, 11 rebounds. And another thing about Josh Hart that I'm sure you guys all know about, he played every single minute of this game. 48 minutes from Josh Hart. Deuce McBride had a minute and a half of rest, right? He basically played the entire game. That's Tom Thibodeau's strategy when they're injured, is they play their best players, and man, oh man, I don't know how sustainable it is, but I'm not going to complain because it worked tonight, and Josh Hart put everything on the line. I mean, this Knicks team was just playing so well together. Isaiah Hartenstein had a phenomenal game as well. He had a double-double, 13 points, 10 rebounds, 4 assists, 6 of 7 from the field, 2 steals and a block. I mean, the ball movement. How many times did we see, like, there were so many different sequences where the ball's moving so well, where Brunson comes off the screen, he gives it to Hartenstein, and then Hartenstein gives it back to Brunson, and then Hartenstein cuts, and Brunson gives it back to Hartenstein for the lay-in. Like, it's unreal. Hartenstein cuts, Brunson finds Hartenstein, and Hartenstein quickly throws it to Josh Hart, cutting down low. Bucket. I mean, the list goes on. The unselfishness of this Knicks basketball team, of how well they're playing offensively, not to mention how dominant they have been on defense. I mean, the Warriors had like 4 points in the first quarter with 6 minutes to go. Like, the Knicks came out immediately, punched the Warriors in the mouth with their defense, and their physicality was just felt throughout the entirety of the game. Of course, Golden State was destined to go on runs on their home floor. Eventually, they closed out that first half on a run, and then they really, cut it to 4 points in that fourth quarter at one point, but the Knicks were still able to get the job done and get this W. That's all that matters. This Knicks team is playing with a different type of confidence, and you just got to give the coaching staff and Tom Thibodeau all the credit in the world. He has this team prepared. They're playing together on both sides of the floor. It is a joy to watch. Now, let's just break down Deuce a little bit more because he had such a great game. And if you guys have been watching my YouTube channel for, whenever since you found me, I've been a huge Deuce fan since the beginning, where I've been saying this guy has something special to him. He just needs to be given an opportunity, and here is his opportunity. The fact that Tibbs went to him at the starting position is huge because let's not forget, all those games OG's been injured for the past few weeks and even a month. Precious Achiuwa has been the starter in his replacement. But the Knicks wanted to go small, and the biggest reason for it was Steph Curry is on the other side. You got to get someone to match up with him defensively, and his name was Deuce. And not only did Deuce match up well against Steph Curry defensively, but he had his best game on offense in his entire career. I mean, the shots that he's hitting, you guys see the highlights right here from Deuce. He is hitting step-back contested three-pointers with confidence. He hit the dagger at the end where Mike Breen had a bang. Mike Breen from downtown. I mean, when Mike Breen said that, I was like, this is Deuce McBride's moment, and we're all witnessing it. That was the shot right there. You saw that. This is phenomenal stuff. We have a young, budding player that is reaching his full potential before our very eyes, that has been developed perfectly, because his defense has been a joy to watch since he entered the NBA, but his offense has been something we've all been waiting for, because every time Deuce went to Westchester back when in his rookie season, even last year sometimes, he would dominate. He would have like a 30-point triple-double, and I watch his Westchester highlights all the time, and I'm like, he has something. He just needs to find that confidence, and he also needs to be given consistent minutes in the NBA level to find that confidence here. And ever since the Knicks made that trade of, shipping off RJ and quickly for OG and Precious, he's been given an opportunity. The Knicks extend him on a cheap contract, and he's here to stay for the long run. And he is low-key the Knicks' secret weapon. I'm telling you guys that right now. Deuce is their secret weapon. This game was on ESPN, so I feel like the NBA world now knows about Deuce McBride. But obviously, Jalen Brunson is the face of this team. He's the head of the snake. We won't be anywhere without him. But boy, oh boy, you got to be impressed with what Deuce McBride did tonight. Absolutely sensational stuff. The hustle as well. Like, he had a sequence where after that big three-point shot, he hustles all the way down the court after the Knicks turn the ball over and fouls Andrew Wiggins to avoid an easy lay-in. An easy dunk Andrew Wiggins would have had, but Deuce puts his head down and hustles down the floor. And what happens? Wiggins misses both free throws. Those 2 points were big time because the game got really tight in the end, and the Knicks were still able to get the job done. So much praise deserves to go to Deuce McBride. And of course, we got to sing the same praise to Jalen Brunson, because I do not want to catch myself taking him for granted, and Knicks fans shouldn't either. I don't think anybody is, but maybe we are a little bit here because we're, drunk off the Deuce McBride juice right now. But Jalen Brunson, another sensational game. He was not getting calls early in the game, and it was driving everyone insane, but he eventually started getting his calls later in that one. 7 of 8 from the free throw line. I mean, the thing that Jalen Brunson's doing, he's playing at his own pace, right? He is playing his brand of basketball. And if you want to make a comparison for Jalen Brunson, you can't, because he's that unique. He's a different type of player that I don't think the NBA has seen. And that's not to say like it's because of athleticism or anything physical. It's mental. He has mastered the game of basketball, and he's using his high IQ to find his spots, uses quick, moves, triple threat, low post. I mean, getting to the rim, the lay-ins, the passing. I mean, even the defense, the hustle he shows on the defensive end. Like, he's obviously not the greatest defender in the world in Jalen Brunson, but his hustle makes up for it. He's going 110% at all times. That is a Knicks fan's dream, is to have a player like Jalen Brunson. You also cannot say enough great things about Mr. Josh Hart. A 48-minute game, a triple-double, and he did everything outside of scoring well tonight. 11 assists are huge. The rebounds were huge. His defense was massive, and his ability to stay on the court for literally every second of this game is super impressive. So shout out to Josh Hart. Dante had a cool 18 points as well. That was big time. Isaiah Hartenstein with one of his better games in recent memory, even though he's had a phenomenal season. Even off the bench, we didn't have a lot of players do anything off the bench really, but Precious, big 9 rebounds, protecting the paint, providing that defense. Bojan Bogdanovic had a clutch bucket in the fourth quarter. But all in all, man, this was Deuce McBride's game. Even though Jalen Brunson led the way with 34 and 7, I'm still giving the game ball to Mr. Deuce McBride, guys. Nick, sound off in the comment section. As you can tell, I'm pumped up right now. Hit that like button, Knicks fans. Let's go, Knicks. Woo, I'm excited right now. And it's, what is it? Almost 1 in the morning. I got to get some rest. Hope you guys have a fantastic night. Or if you're watching it already in the morning, good morning. Let's go, Knicks. Woo, I'm pumped up right now. How am I going to sleep? We'll find out. Peace out, guys.